the actual secret to playing the friendly league. So the secret in the friendly leagues is that even if you lose all of your matches, you get 10 play points back, so it only costs you $7. Make it less work. Yeah, right, exactly. Like, Grixis Delver will have less tickets to make back up if we just play friendly leagues in Modern and Standard. Grixis Delver carries the weight of our MTGO money on its back, so... Thank you, folks, for the auto host. Boy, money saved. Yeah, and if we go 2-3, it only costs us $4 to have done so. That's exciting. I think that's really weird to me about the friendly league payouts is that you can never end up play points. So like the most play points you can get back out of a friendly league is 80, whereas that's how much you put in. Whereas in the competitive leagues, you put in 120, you can get 180 back out. Alrighty. Good. What a great Hearthstone hand to kick off the morning, huh? What a fantastic reminder of why having resources in our deck is great. Alright, let's get this resized. Would like to mulligan that. Yeah, this hand's fine, right? It's got 2 lands. Keep. We are on the draw. I think I just want to land or a cantrip. I think I want to just try and get to 3-on-3 guaranteed. Alright, ding. Yeah, that's because when they... this account has an odd number too, I think, right? I think I have 6 extra. Because... yeah, I have 176 play points right now. Because when they converted Phantom points to play points, they didn't round up or down for people. So a bunch of people have, like, these awkward number of play points. Spell Pierce, Thought Scour, Mana Leak. So not quite sure what the opponent's doing. I'm gonna crack this first one. I'm gonna wait to crack the second Flooded Strand, I think, because I think there's a very real possibility our opponent could be playing a Blood Moon deck. So this might get Plains, this might get Island. Yeah, Fire Engine sounds are probably okay. Yeah, and they fetched a basic island here. I guess they're Thought Scouring, or they're Psych... Okay. Yeah, friendly leagues! Yeah, friendly leagues! Alright. Some good clean living here. It's a shame that was a cycle and not another Thought Scour, because we had a 10 out of 10 sprayed another Thought Scour there. And we got Delver of Secrets. Well, that's a thing. Alright. Grab this Plains. I'm just going to go ahead and jam the Sprite here, I think. This is probably going to eat a counter or something else, but then, like, one of these is more likely to resolve. They can bolt this in response. Sure. So, we got a 1-for-1, like they traded a Lightning Bolt for a Spellstutter Sprite. That's fine. Ooh, Spell Queller. And that's exactly why, like, trading a Bolt for a Sprite there means, like, something like a Queller is more likely to live down the line here. How's my team event? We picked a very, very bad standard deck. The blue-white Monument deck just gets run over by the mono-red deck. And our standard player played the blue-white deck and played against mono-red 3 times, so... I went 5-1 in Legacy, but our standard player went 1-3 with 2 incomplete, so we did not. We ended up 5th out of 28 teams at the end of the day. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and Path to Exile this. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on Path, because I'd rather Condemn them than Path them. Yeah, that's probably correct. I think I'm supposed to have led on Path there. Would not like to pay for Mana Leak. Crack this. I'm actually just gonna err on the side of getting a basic island here because it feels like they could be a Mana Leak deck. It feels like they could be a Mana Leak deck, or a Mana Leak, a Blood Moon deck. I'm going to go ahead and play this Vendilion Clique now while they don't have Mana Leak or Stat Mana Leak or Remand up, just to get a feel for it. Remember, just because your cards have Flash doesn't mean you have to use them at instant speed. Man, we are just hosed, aren't we? We just, like, can't beat any of these cards. I guess I'm taking the threat out of their hand, but they're going to be able to just, like, ranch their way through the rest of our hand here. Oh, and of course those don't appear in the revealed card zone, so they have, Hyro, Forked Bolt, Electrolyze. You can't see the opponent's hand size. Cute. Properties, that's the wrong window. Crop the top 40, crop the top 30, crop the top 20. There we go. There we go. Let's resize this a touch. Look at that. Look at that. No, we're just playing in a friendly league, so like that's why our opponent's playing what they're playing, and that's why we're playing what we're playing. Like, honestly, it's like a kick to, like, maybe we should spend the extra money to, like, play with the more competitive decks. I don't know, it's tough, because, like, so, and this is why, like, brewing decks in Modern is tough, because, like, this deck that we're playing, like, it's kind of cute, and, like, Spellstutter Sprite's well positioned against, like, Grixis Shadow, right? They've got a lot of random one-cost troops in their deck, but, like, you queue in with it, and, like, you run into this person that's, like, playing a bunch of Electrolyzes and Fork Bolts in their main deck for whatever reason, and just, like, could never win the game. So, like, no matter what you're doing and how smart you think you're being, like, there's gonna be some probably reasonably large subset of matches where just, like, I can never win the game. And it's, like, it's not really any fault of my own that I can't win this game. It's just, like, you know, their deck just happens to line up really well against ours. We've got a bunch of X1s. They've got Fork Bolts and Electrolyzes in their main deck. And, like if you're playing against, like, Grixis Shadow with these cards, like, they're unplayable, right? Alright. Hopefully they don't find another Lightning Bolt and that Spell Queller hangs out for a little while. You know, it is what it is. It's the reason why we only put 80 play points in the tank. Morning, Marty. Alright, I think we're just gonna snap. Ooh, we drew a Spellstutter Sprite. Yeah, I'm gonna snap Path this Storko, I think. Just because I don't want him to, like, use this plus a Fork Bolt or another Electrolyze to kill my Spell Queller. Should probably make sure this deck list is on my decks page. Snapcaster Mage, sure. Get Mana Leaked here, feel bad about ourselves. Oh, Lightning Bolt. Oh, good. This will end well for us. So they're going to Lightning Bolt my Spell Queller here. Alright, big bucks, no 1-mana counter. That's a good one for us to have. Trigger, target that one. Yeah, we're gonna play that deck this week for sure. 10 out of 10. Alright, yeah, deck list on my page is close enough. Sweet. Get out of here, Grim Lavamancer. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Spellstutter Sprite protecting the Spell Queller, just like we drew it up, ladies and gentlemen. Just like we penciled it in. Deal? Deal. Yep. Call. Trade my 1 power guy for your 2. That's a biggin. That's a very large cryptic gentleman. Or gentle lady, depending on how that serpent swings. What do you identify as, serpent? That being said, we are at 16 and have a copious amount of chump blockers, so I feel like the Celestial Colonnade's probably going to be able to get there. We'll see. We'll see. 10 out of 10 chumping with the Snapcaster Mage. Remember, you want to chump before you have to. You do need expensive duels for Legacy Death Shadow. 10 out of 10 need expensive duels. So, we want to block with the Snapcaster Mage before our opponent, what's the word I'm looking for, draws a way to kill this and then electrolytes our Snapcaster Mage out of the picture. I'm pretty sure it identifies as a serpent. Yay! Nice draw. Oh, I love the salt. The nice draw salt. Come on, buddy. I drew a land. Don't bitch about me drawing a land. Come on now. Come on now. Complain about my land. What a dork. Alright, so Supreme Verdict in... Welcome to the friendly leagues, people. Alright, do I want Rest in Peace? Rest in Peace makes their Cryptic Serpent uncastable, right? It makes their Grim Lavamancer bad. It makes their... Alright, I don't know if I want all of them, but I think I want 2. Maybe cut at least one of our own Snapcaster Mages. I feel like Cryptic Command might be a little clunky. Might be a little clunktastic. They've probably... They showed us they have mana leaks. What do you think of this? Bring in a Verdict and 2 Rips, and cut 2 Cryptic Commands and a Snapcaster Mage. I don't know if there's creature lands in their deck. Maybe the Spreading Seas aren't fantastic. I could leave 1 Cryptic Command in. Bring in a Blessed Alliance, too. I hate this. I hate this. Probably never want to draw 2 Cryptics, but, like, the first one's almost certainly fine. They probably have, like, Dispels in their board. I could do this. Ruined Halo could be reasonable just because, like, it's basically a removal spell. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get all the fun ofs in here. Hey, it seems great. Just bought into Hex and Lava, currently playing the Ruby Sapphire Diamond Candles list, but might enjoy Redlings better. Got any advice for me? I'm not sure. Try Redlings? I don't know, it depends on what type of deck you like playing. Like, the Redlings is a much more aggressive deck, right? So, like, the 3 shard deck is a little bit more mid-range controlling, whereas Redlings is definitely, like, 10 out of 10 an aggro deck. This card is really bad at killing Young Pyromancer, FYI. Turns out... Yeah, but, like, Swords to Plowshares isn't that popular of a removal spell in Legacy, for, like, speaking from experience. Like, having played a lot of Legacy recently, like, there isn't a ton of that card, and, like, you can play Thoughtseizes and counterspells for it. And again, they fetched a basic island here, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this out, and grab a basic plains with it, most likely. And I'm just going to wait to crack this, because I wouldn't mind actually drawing a basic plane, so I think that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and play Mutavault out here, because that means I can Spellstutter Sprite a 2-drop. So, because I have this Restoration Angel in my hand, I'm actually just going to end step this Spell Queller, because I could resto the Spell Queller later to counter something with it, and this way I just, like, get some pressure on the table. Gainslands! With the 15-month resubscription. Welcome back, and thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. It's a long time. A year and a third? Year and a quarter? Year and a quarter? This could just, like, eat a bullet and die here. That's fine. Sweet. You drew some cards. Ooh, 2 Spellstutter Sprites. Spellstutter? Did I stutter? Spellstutter? Alright. For those of you that are unaware, this is probably my favorite Magic card of all time. It's not particularly good, but it's my favorite. would like to stutter your spell. Man, Staticaster's annoying. Alright, so they have to have a lightning bolt here. If they have a lightning bolt, we're going to be a little sad. Pass priority, pass priority, pass priority. Damn it! Alright, so how this works is, if we would have had, if this would have been here, it would have counted as a fairy, and this still would have gotten, this still would have happened. That's fine. I'll take that hit. Alrighty, well, we're not killing that anytime soon. They are at 11, so like we've got that going for us. How lucky are they? Not so lucky. Thought Scour resolves. No attacks, deal. I think I'm just waiting on another land here, and we're just gonna, like, verdict this board. Like, trades this and this for these two nerds. Hopefully they, like, commit something else to the board, and this verdict gets to, like, be a 2 for 3. Yeah, that's fine. You want little bus Tayo? No. You wanna watch the bus? No? You want Robocar? No. You want Super Y? No. Which one do you want? Show me. That's Cryptic Serpent. Okay. That one? Okay. Good job, D. Land. Ding. Fires are done. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Bum. My verdict is Supreme Opponent. We're not taking around here. We're not going to take any more damage here. I'm just like, get our 2 points in, clear the board. They've got 3 cards to our 5 cards. Let's just... We're ahead. Let's try and stay ahead. I never registered Birthing Pod in a Sanctioned Magic tournament. Ever. Never once did I register. Did I register that? Got Snapcaster Mage. Suggest they quell themselves. I really don't want them to snap back Hieroglyphic Elimination here. Sure. They're gonna snap back Lightning Bolt. Sure. And then snap back Thought Scour. Okay, that makes sense. Probably sticking Ruined Halo on Snapcaster Mage. Start with this, see what we find. Path and some lands. Don't really want that. I think I'll take a Flooded Strand. So we're just gonna name Snapcaster Mage with this, because it basically means that it's like using a removal spell in these Snapcaster Mages, like... Don't take damage from you anymore. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good Vipers. gonna fire this up and attack. I guess they could have Electrolyze here. It'd make me a little bit sad. Okay, yep. Fair. Yeah, Faerie Conclave counts as a fairy for Spellstutter Sprite. The benefits of playing this colors is that I like these colors better. That's the real benefits. I enjoy these colors more, so that is why we are playing them. I think both this deck and blue-black fairies are nowhere close to tier 1, so like discussing the merits of why one is better or worse is like, you know, they're both kind of bad, so you should just like play the cards you like. And I like playing these cards. These are the ones we're playing. Oh, so unlucky. Let's just send that right there to the bottom. Alright, try this. Which spell? The spell over here? Woo, buddy! Oh, Spellstutter Trigger! Trigger! Trigger warning. Alright. No! Not a fork bolt! No! That's so sad. That's so sad. I just wanted to beat him down with that Spellstutter Sprite. You know what? I'm just gonna play this now. Like, our opponent's deck doesn't look like it has cards that can kill this Restoration Angel, so let's just, like, attack them 3 times with it. Yay! Magic! We beat the deck that we said had all the cards that were good against us. Ah, there's my pretty lady. Restoration Angel's an honorary fairy. She's like Avacyn. Avacyn's honorary fairy. Paper magic takes 3, 4, maybe even 5 times as much effort to stream as Magic Online. And based on feedback I've gotten and YouTube numbers from people that actually watch it after the fact and Twitch numbers, it is half as popular. So it's like 5 times as much work for half the amount of views. So no, we are not going to be doing paper magic anymore. Just, like the one upside to paper magic was that we used to get to stream with cards before they released on Magic Online because Magic Online had a lagged release cycle, but now Magic Online release cycle is almost parallel to paper. In fact, it releases on Magic Online before the official release date in paper, so, like, the one upside to, like, doing all that extra work is gone. So, like... Yeah, plus I have to, like, coordinate with people. Like, it's so much work. How would Venture be in this deck? I mean, it's probably not any more terrible than a lot of the other terrible cards we're playing. 4 mana's a lot of mana. Like, there's a reason why there's only 3 or 4 4-mana things up top here. You probably still have a fun of in here. Like, cut a random card. Dealer's choice, really. Yeah, that seems great, right? Some selection, some removal, some disruption. Oh, we're on the play. Huh. I'm gonna fetch shock here. This is a little aggressive. We're going to be sad if they're playing Burn, but, like, we don't want to fetch after we Serum Visions. If we bottom cards we don't want to shuffle them back in. I'm going to bottom that and keep the Arid Mesa just in case they're Blood Moon deck. LOTR trilogy, right? All, like, fantasy type stuff has that feel, right? Ooh, they gave us something nice and squeaky clean to spread them? Spread them, opponent. Hope you didn't want to cast that Grimflayer on turn 2. It'd be a damn shame. Ooh. There's my pretty lady. Spread them, opponent. Oh god, I hate this card. Can we just, like, take a moment here and talk about how much I hate this Magic card? Is that allowed? I guess we're playing against Eldrazi taxes. Alright, what do you got here, opponent? Alright, path me. Oh, just... Oh, yeah. Spell Queller. Consider yourself quelled, opponent. This is like the post-combat Thalia that makes your creatures come into play tap. Blades Placer deal. Ambush Viper hype! Get hyped. Get hyped, chat fam. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. So probably taking a hit for 3 here. Yep. Turn 4 Aether Vial. Oh, Tide Hollow Sculler. No. Stop it. Another Hallowed Fountain here. Faerie Conclave. Yeah, I could probably just... We're getting ourselves into a really good position to race here, right? We got, like, this path and this Vendilion Clique. Do I want to click now? I feel like clicking now isn't the worst. If they have, like, a Restoration Angel, I can take it out of their hand. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm pretty aggressive about my main phase clicks, because, like, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flying power here, so, like, if we could take flying power out of their hand with this, it's pretty good. Or, like, they can't cast a Path to Exile right now, so, like, taking a Path out of their hand is also reasonable here. Because they lack white mana because they were thoroughly spread. Huh. Both of those are kind of annoying. That being said, I think I'm okay leaving them with both of those. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 6, so they could play this and flick it. Okay, the actual answer is that we're playing a friendly league, and our opponent is playing a tier 3 deck, just like we are. So, like, trying to predict the cards that are in your opponent's tier 3 deck. People that enjoy playing tier 3 decks generally enjoy playing weird and bad and, like, awkward cards and, like, doing different things because they're playing a tier 3 deck because they want to be different. So, like, you should never assume cards are or aren't in your opponent's deck when, like, there's no... Like, you could afford to play around them and they could reasonably playing it. Just play around it. I think I'm just going to leave them with all of these. I have to take a screenshot here. Go ahead and just take this, and then, yeah, I'm going to leave them those. So, go ahead. Because if they want to play and use Displacer, they also can't use their Ghost Quarter next turn, and I would like to be able to hit them with this Faerie Conclave next turn, ideally. It's not even about the MTGO League meta. It's just, like, that goes for, like, opens, too. Like, anytime, like, if you're not playing against your friend where you know their deck list card for card, you should think about the cards that could put you in a bad position and then play around them to the best of your ability. No, I think the Displacer's fine. I think if they want to blink my Spell Queller and get their Tidehall Sculler back, I'm okay with that. Because, like, I'm just going to beat them down in the air. I'm just gonna, like, attack them for 9 and then kill them the following turn. Are we playing a Flicker Wisp? And we'll see what they target with this. They're probably gonna target the Spell Queller, I would assume. They're targeting their Blade Splicer. Well, that seems excessively greedy. Alright, well, I'm going to path you. And their hand right now is Ghost Quarter, Eldrazi Displacer, then one card I don't know. And then next turn, we're going to go Detention Sphere this, fire up Mutavault, crack you. They'll have to Ghost Quarter that most likely. And they're just like dead and 2 in the air. They're Ghost Quartering their Vent to get a... Sure. With this land, I can... Yeah, you have an Eldrazi Displacer, that's fine. I believe we're okay with this line, too. So we do this, and we go boop boop. Play this Detention Sphere, exile that. Okay. Yes. I'd like to fire up this. I'd like to crack you in the air for 9. Put you to 3. Well, they have one more Ghost Quarter. They had 2 Ghost Quarters when we looked at their hands. They have Ghost Quarter and 2 cards we don't know right now. Not necessarily. They can activate this twice. So they can, like, flick this, Ghost Quarter this, block this. They're actually not in that much trouble. Yeah, I mean, like, and, like, the token and the flicker was for the same amount of power, so, like, we're taking the same amount of pressure off the table regardless here. No, this makes 2 mana towards Eldrazi abilities, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Griffin Son with the $20 donation. Finally found my wallet. Here's the deck list, and thanks for the awesome content. Mardudes. Alright, let me take a look there. Where's my dashboard? This looks great. Yeah, maybe. I guess I actually didn't really count what could possibly be happening there. It's definitely very possible that I miscounted. This is the deck list. We just got a donation to play later on. We'll see how. Probably tomorrow. Usually getting in more than a league in a couple hours is tough. Yeah, I think the suggestion that maybe we should have killed this was correct. And again, just Condemn being awkward and Condemn. We have to wait till they're attacking, so we're not going to be able to do this, which kind of sucks. So they're going to blink two of my guys. No, I don't actually think we're in that good of a spot. I'm going to target myself here. Really don't want this Condemn at this point. If they're smart, they're going to blink this in response to my click trigger targeting myself. Maybe I should have targeted... Oh, alright, they're not. Alright, oh, they're going to get to take my Restoration Angel now. That's sad. It's a real shame that there's no Justice, because if we would have just drawn... Oh, wait, they're not. Oh, wait. Oh, they have to Ghost Quarter this, and then I get an untapped land. So the way... Man, my opponent really hammed this up. My opponent... Yeah, so... My opponent should have flicked the one with the Tide Hollow Scholar under it. Because now that they Ghost Quartered me, I get to cast this Restoration Angel. So... Deal, I guess? Deal? So, yeah. I feel like they should have blinked this. Okay, sure, yep. Didn't even need that. They're just gonna pack it in. Alright, so the Verdict, the Blessed Alliance, Ruined Halo sounds great. I don't think I want Disdainful Stroke. Usually they don't have Smasher, they just have Thought-Knot Seer, so it's a little narrow. Disenchant is probably fine because they have Aether Vial and it kills golems. Negate seems a little medium. I think Spreading Seas is fine. What do I want to cut? What do you think, chat fam? Maybe I don't want all these Spreading Seas. I'd buy that for $1. Oh yeah, it kills Sculler too. Yeah, Disenchant's great. Maybe I just don't want all these Spreading Seas. Maybe 2 Halos is too many. Yeah, let's just bring 1 Halo. I like Cryptic Command in general. It, I guess it's a little awkward with our colors. Alright, I'll cut one of these and leave 1 Spreading Season. That's fine. That's fine. Ruined Halo is just a removal spell. You play it, you name Thought-Knot Seer, and then they can't Thought-Knot Seer you, and you don't take damage from their Thought-Knot Seers. You name whatever creatures on the battlefield that's just, like, beating you down. Because, like, most of our creatures are in the air, so that means, because our creatures are in the air, we don't really care if they have, like, ground powders that can't attack us. Morning, James. I'm going to keep this because of the opponent mulligans. Like, having plenty of lands is actually pretty good in this matchup in case it, like, prevents them from having their stupid, Leonin Arbiter free wins. Yeah, the fog mode is good. I agree. I agree that the fog mode is great. I'm gonna go ahead and play this, this here Scalding Tarn on one. Get your fetches out of the way early against the Leonin Arbiter deck. We're playing 26 land because 9 of our lands attack. 9 of our lands attack. So when you flood, you have things to do. Also, 4 of our lands are colorless, so there's that too. Alright. Our plan of draw a couple of spells while keeping a mana heavy hand is not working out. We have 4 Mutavaults, 3 Celestial Colonnades, and 2 Faerie Conclave, so our lands do stuff. Yep. Where's the Fate Weave at? Can I get a Fate Weave? Alright, probably just need to path one of these dorks, right? Maybe I'm supposed to play this out or this out so that way I could Spell Queller. I think I was taking a hit for 6 here. They could displacer each other, so I want to wait for them to use their mana before I path something. Thalia. I didn't want to give him another mana on his turn. I think he's pretty likely to use. They're pretty likely to use their mana, and I didn't want to give them a extra. What's the word I'm looking for? I didn't want to give them an extra mana to use on their turn, so they couldn't Thought Not Seer me. Was the goal? Maybe I'm supposed to board this out because it sucks against Displacer. I could buy that for $1. It's not great with the Supreme Verdicts we boarded in either. Yeah, maybe we'll cut these for the 3rd game. I don't know. The body's okay. Send our boy into combat here. Weird. Okay. Sure. I thought not to hear me post-combat. Almost certainly. Yep. So long, Cryptic Command. Where is my Supreme Verdict at? Snapcaster Mage. That's Dece. Dece plus even. Let's go ahead and get on in there, Snapcaster Mage. Yep. Path that one, draw a card. Little tilt seize there from my opponent. Ah, Serum Visions. Detention Sphere and Condemn. Top? I think I'm just jumping here. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump. I guess if I double, I make my opponent use their mana. That's not terrible. I might double block here, actually. Just, like, buy some tempo. Oh, geez, they have a Wasteland Strangler? Gross! Gross! Yep, I've been processed. I have a path for this. Tide Hollow Scholar. Joke's on you! I don't have any spells in my hand! Alright. Take 3 here. I think I want to save this to trade with one of these nerds. Play this out. Exile that one. Next turn we have a Condemn on top and another Mutavault to play out. I would just like to say thank you to everyone who's hanging out here this morning while we battle some Modern. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a TCG player and content producer, and we're battling some Magic Online this morning. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider using that follow button on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and want to help support my content a little bit beyond that, there's a couple different ways you could do that. The first is by subscribing on Twitch, becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. You see them scrolling there in the corner. MTGOtraders.com, SpareDeck.com, and InkedGaming.com would all love to see your patronage. You're probably going to buy a lot of the stuff that they sell anyway, so definitely check them out. And there's discount codes on my stuff that's linked below anyways. We're going to Flicker Wisp my Snapcaster Mage? Or your Wasteland Strangler? What are we Flicker Wisping here? Sure. Sure. That means you're just not attacking this turn? Sure. A deal? My oldest is 3.5 and my youngest is 2. Alright, play another Mutavault out. Go. Trying to dodge a discard spell here. Alright, so animate. Animate. Blocks. Condemn. Have a hit point. Tradesies. Tradesies. Sure. Sure. I remember earlier when people were talking about, like, why are there so many lands in our deck? Like, this game's been a great example, right? Like, 2 of our lands traded... We're flooding, but, like, 2 of our lands traded with 2 of their spells. I am going to be at Gen Con this year. My wife and I are really looking forward to going. You have a Dark Confidant. That's kind of a scary card. It's a shame my Mutavaults died last turn. They're at such a high health total here. My Mutavaults hadn't died last turn, we'd have been able to Spellstutter Sprite that, so... A little bit behind for us, so... That's probably going to run away with the game at this point. I would not be too surprised. I talked about boarding Spell Queller out for the last one. I don't think I'm going to do that just because of, like, all the X2s that they have. Or, like, all the 2-power guys that they have. Just, like, a 2-3 Flash Flyer, I think, is a reasonable card in this matchup. So they have Tidehollow Sculler, and then some cards we don't know. That's fine. You take my Spellstutter Sprite away. Want my Celestial Colonnade. Alright, I'm sure they drew a path. You drew Flicker Wisp? I mean, like, they're gonna have targets for their Wasteland Stranglers regardless, I feel like. I don't think I have that many other ideal targets. I've got, like, Cryptic Command and Spreading Seas that are, like, okay I could bring in. It's like most of our cards aren't especially stellar here. I feel like I just want to click Submit. This Rune Tailor's too cute. Just bring in the extra Spreading Seas. I don't hate this Cryptic Command. I'm just going to Submit. I think this is fine. I think just Spell Queller as a 2/3 flash flyer is fine. It's like not exciting, but it's fine. Opponent went to 6. The classic colorless land, basic plains, Cryptic Command hand. Alright, so I'm going to end step a Spellstutter Sprite here. And the reason why I'm doing this is for 2 reasons. One, I want to start poking them for 1 again and again and again, because a lot of times these games feel like they're getting close to like kind of racing. And 2, with this Mutavault and the second Spellstutter Sprite, this means we can sprite a 3-mana spell next turn, which is valuable for us. And they just spent a Fatal Push on it, so deal, I guess. We can no longer sprite a 2-mana thing, but, or a 3-mana thing, we sprite a 2-mana thing. Really want to draw a blue source that's untapped. Snapcaster Mage, sure. This comes like a really interactive hand. Probably getting Thought-Knot Seared this turn. Yeah, right? It's like the fact they're not doing anything is kind of scary. Alright, so Mutavault's going to activate itself. And then we're going to cast Spellstutter Sprite here. They have another piece of removal. They have another piece of removal. I'm going to use that at some point anyways. They do not. Ding. Blue source. Blue source. Alright, sure. Attack with this. I'm just passing here. I'm just going to pass. No. If I was going to run Feast and Famine, I'd probably have it in my deck right now. Your Displacer? Blade Splicer. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and click myself. Just again, get some pressure on the table. I think I'm taking this Condemn out of my own hand. Serum Visions, deal another Mutavault. So, a lot of different lines we could take here. I think I'm going to start by casting the Serum Visions and see what we get. There's our blue source. Okay, that's kind of exciting. So I'm going to bottom this. Do I want this Serum Visions is the question. I don't think I do. I feel like I don't. Yeah, it's probably fine for next turn. It gives my Snapcaster Mage something to do later. So, I'm going to go ahead and fire up this Mutavault here. And then I'm just going to apply pressure to my opponent. I'm going to go ahead and disenchant this Golem. And then crack them for 6 here. Just like try and race in the air, basically. Stick with love a copy of Guidance, Marty. It's like everything we want. It's like infinitely better than Serum Visions. And then, like, with this Cryptic Command, we might be able to, like, tap draw their team for a turn. And, like, keep them off of what we have going on. You're like, tap draw, and then this Faerie Conclave is going to be 2 more points of flying power in the air. No blocks. They have Flicker Wisp. This line kind of sucks. Means they can trade with this click. Yep. Start with this, see what we get. Blessed Alliance and there's Serum Visions. I don't think I'm really interested in either of those. Definitely not the Blessed Alliance. Yeah, I'm going to top that. It's probably better than a random. We're going to attack with the Spellstutter Sprite, because I don't think they're going to take this trade. They'd rather trade with the Vendilion Clique. Just gonna snap Disenchant here. Let's use my mana for the turn. Like my mana's gonna be tied up the next couple turns at least. Keep my life total high, which puts us in a good position for racing. That's gonna be a right on time Aether Vial. Atomic Gather Icon! With the... Oh, Wasteland Strangler. That's fucking gross. Okay, so I could have played around this. I should have taken the 3 and then end-stepped this. Because I get to process the disenchant that I did there now. Okay, yep, that was a mistake. Thank you for the 13-month resubscription. I do appreciate it. That was a pretty big mistake on my part. It could easily cost us this game. The Snapcaster put something into Exile for this Wasteland Strangler to process, so they were able to kill my Vendilion Clique with it. I don't want to trade a Mutavault for any of his creatures right now. The line here is going to be tap your team, draw a card, attack you for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and put you to 2. Maybe it's counter this, tap your team. Yeah, I think it's counter this, tap your team, actually. Counter, target spell, tap all creatures your opponent's control. We even have mana to Serum Visions now, right? Because this is, yep, sweet. Yeah, I probably should have left both Cryptic Commands in. We drew a Snapcaster Mage. Well, that's the bee's knees. And these are just like tops, right? Snap Cryptic requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I can't do anything else here. Let's just go ahead and do this. And then next turn, they'll be dead to be tapping their squad and drawing a card. Corey Burkhart, I need your favorite magic card in Hex, please. I just need all the modes. I need more modal spells, please. I need more modal spells, please. Tide Hollow Sculler. So, I'm going to let this Tide Hollow Sculler resolve. We're going to target this Cryptic Command, but this Tide Hollow Sculler gets to resolve. Just thinking we need Psychic Ascension in this deck, right? So we can cast the Cryptic Command till end of turn. So, that's fine. They are very likely dead. I agree. Ghost Quarter is a good one. Roll Calc 63. Have a great morning, Jeff. Keep up the good work and congrats on the upcoming internet. A quarter of a year's worth of support. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Fiber soon. 2 weeks. 2 weeks till Fiber. Tap your cards. Draw a card. Draw this here Detention Sphere. So, activate. Activate. I think I want to just hold this Sprite up here. Because if they Ghost Quarter this. Oh, I do get to hold the Sprite up if they Ghost Quarter this, right? Well, I guess it depends on their sequencing. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to fire up the Faerie Conclave too. Whatever. Their sequencing was poor last time. Maybe their sequencing will be bad again. Rawr. No, you can't. So how Cryptic Command works is, if in Magic, if a spell's only target leaves the battlefield, the entire spell is countered. So if he Ghost Quartered me in response to targeting it with the Cryptic Bounce, the Cryptic Command would be countered, and I wouldn't tap his team. And my opponent missequenced their things here again, so even if they have double removal, they are now dead, because since they gave me an untapped land with that Ghost Quarter, I can now Spellstutter Sprite a removal spell here. That being said, they need... Oh, I guess they would have only needed one piece of removal, right? No, they needed two because they take damage from these. So if they had, like, Path Push or Path or Push Push, they could, like, kill two of these and, like, go to one here. But, like, now that's not an option because I can Spellstutter Sprite one of their things because of their sequencing. They have a Blessed Alliance to gain 4 life. That's funny. Alright, well, yeah, get sprited. Say hello to my little friend, the Spellstutter Sprite. Alright. Alrighty. Opponents are playing good games of soccer here, just kicking the ball right into our court. Just kicking the ball. Kick the ball, kick the ball, kick the ball. The 5-0 hype train. Spellstutter Sprite, the queen of the friendly leagues, if you would. Sure. I know you meant to board into Cryptics. Yeah, this is perfect. So this is the best way to beat Thoughtseize decks is just keep every playable hand. It's like you don't beat the Thoughtseize deck, and that's why people talk about like the Grixis Death Shadow deck being like interesting and interactive and skill testing, and in my opinion, playing against it is like not any of those things because like you can't really, there isn't much play and counterplay to like a deck with 6 or more discard spells, and you just like have to hope the top of your deck is hot after they strip your hand. Like, it's not very interesting with play or counterplay, in my opinion. And they like play a 1-mana 8/8 and kill you. Alright, here's my Arid Mesa. Let's go. Let's go! Sprite's also very good against Affinity. Like, counters one of their things and then trades with one of their creature lands. Grab a Hallowed Fountain here. Look, all I know about soccer is it's not the one with the forks. I was taught that. I don't know a lot about this whole sports ball thing, but I do know that soccer is not the one with the forks. What is even going on? I don't understand. Sure, yeah, that one resolves. Huh. I thought I knew what was going on. It turns out I was incorrect. No longer have any idea which is the one with the forks. It's a different football, right? There's one football with forks and one football without the forks. Am I playing Vendilion Clique this turn? I feel like I'm playing this and passing the turn. I want Sprite plus Negate up this turn. This Tireless Tracker might just put us in the ground. This Tireless Tracker might put us in the ground. Alright. Yeah, like having one of these in your Delirium package seems fine, right? Please not Abrupt Decay. Please be a spell I can negate. Please be a spell I can negate. Please be Culligan's Command. Please be. God bless. God bless. It is a spell I can negate. Yeah, I could activate the Faerie Conclave, but, like, I'd prefer to keep my Spellstutter Sprite on the table so I can pressure my opponent. Like, they're down to 12 already. Like, this card's very real clock. No blocks. Like, we're gonna add a 3-power. We're gonna add a 3-power guy to the table this turn. Like, opponent's gonna be dead fairly quickly. Like, if they spend mana to correct these clues, they're probably just gonna die. Down to 10. Resto is besto. Got both my pretty ladies going on right now. Love me a good Restoration Angel. Who doesn't love a good Restoration Angel, really? Alright, no blocks. Go to 11. Oh, this is my favorite. Guess whose team Bob is on right now? Guess whose team Dark Confidant is on? It's not my opponent's. Dark Confidant is playing for the home team, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they had Fatal Push because they cracked a clue. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing? So we got this. If they put 2 counters on this, it's 6, 7, 8. Could die to a lightning bolt. Screw it. Let's go. Let's go! Alright, is it worth attacking with the Spellstutter Sprite? Is it worth attacking with the Spellstutter Sprite? I think it is. So I'm putting them to 8. So, like, the question is, like, I think we're pretty dead to a bolt. We're pretty dead to a bolt if we attack with the Spirit. Well, just because it's a friendly league doesn't mean we don't want to play optimally. Like, so is the 1 point of damage worthwhile? I think I'm supposed to crack with this because it means Clique plus Conclave are lethal next turn. But I guess, like... I guess the Confidant's probably going to deal damage to them, right? But, like, there's a good chance this deals damage to them, so, like, do I need this point? Hey, we are not going upstairs right now. What is even happening? I don't understand. I don't understand what is even going on in our lives right now. Alright, it actually didn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. It actually did better. Alright, he needs a removal spell here. Am I supposed to try and block? Gosh, there's a double bolt in our future. We're not beating double bolt no matter how we slice it, so... YOLO. You want peanut butter?
No.
You want a different show?
No.
Oh, we didn't die! We didn't die! Life is great! What is wrong? You want this? Okay, where's your spoon? Is your spoon down here still? Dad's got a sideboard, and then he'll get you a spoon of peanut butter. Alright, Ruined Halo sounds great. I think Verdict is fine. This probably isn't a Flashfreeze matchup. This league is so friendly. Can I get a spoon of peanut butter? Do I want some rested pieces? Probably. Like, they have the baubles. Like, they're 10 out of 10 in Delirium deck, right? Yeah, we definitely want the Verdict. I think this is a Spreading Seas out matchup. Negate's probably mediocre, too. Alright, well, I think Flashfreeze is, like, marginally better than Negate, probably. Oh, Blessed Alliance is probably fine, too, right? Yeah, it makes them gain life. It's probably better than Flashfreeze. If I'm bringing in... Alright, I'm going to leave one. I'm just going to go on the line of we're always going to cut one Snapcaster Mage boarded some number of Rest in Peace. Is that a Patreon benefit? Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go get Declan some peanut butter. He's hungry. I know, you're very loud. I think it's great until we lose the 2 best cards out of it. I guess after we lose the 2 best cards, we still have Serum Visions to find more cards. It's probably a fetch shock for... Yeah, it's probably just fetch shock for Hallowed Fountain here. Another Halo. Yeah, that's probably fine, right? We're just gonna name, like, Death Shadow and Tarmogoyf. Probably don't need that. I think I'm gonna keep the Halo. Well, I guess we have Rips in our deck, so maybe we don't even need to name Tarmogoyf. If they even have Tarmogoyf in their deck. This is a friendly league. Very real chance the opponent doesn't have Tarmogoyfs. I played your Esper Goryo deck at the face-to-face open. It was really good. I went 5-2 on my breakthrough bet, so I came in 20th in top 32. I drew to Storm and lost to Ad Nauseam and Storm. The deck has a really rough time against Storm and Ad Nauseam. I actually disagree. I actually think your Storm and Ad Nauseam matchups are really good with that deck. You have a lot of really efficient disruption, and you have a fantastic way to apply pressure to the table. So, we brought in 2 Rest in Peace, right? Yeah, I brought in 2 copies of Rest in Peace. I would believe you if you said there's a lot of play to the Storm and the Ad Nauseam matchups, and maybe you didn't mulligan correctly, or some mistakes were made, or your opponents drew really well, or something like that. But I think on average, the Esper deck has a really good matchup against the faster combo decks, because you have a lot of meaningful disruption and a fast clock. You're the only actively bad matchups with the Esper deck are things like Dredge. I mean, honestly, you, like, assuming you played perfectly is probably not correct. Sure. So long, Blessed Alliance. Yeah, like, a good matchup doesn't mean it's unlosable. Is a great metric. I'm just gonna take, well, now we're gonna do that, right? I was just going to take the opportunity to just, like, smack them with this Faerie Conclave, but now we're just going to rip them. Elishnorn kind of does it. You still lose to Conflagrate. Is the problem. And, like, the other thing is, like, Dredge is more consistent than you are at doing what they do. So, like, Dredge is going to consistently, like, put a bunch of idiots into play faster than you're going to get to do, get to put an Elishnorn into play. Nope, we're playing this of our own volition. Spellstutter Sprite's my favorite Magic card, so occasionally I like to burn money playing it in leagues. We are 2-0 in this league, and we're up a game in this match, right? Anyone recall? We're up a game in this match, right? I don't want to just play one of these out on Death Shadow, because, like, there's not a guarantee there's Death Shadows in their deck. If Pod was in bed, 10 out of 10 would love to give Kiki Pod a try. Grace Van Meter with the 14-month resubscription. Thanks for the continued support, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, just gonna keep passing back and forth here. I feel like our deck's better on average than theirs with this Rest in Peace to play. Rudalo for tracker, obviously, right? I mean, sure. And grab our last Hallowed Fountain out of our deck. Is Maddie in chat? Did I miss Maddie? No, but Monte's not here. It's a little awkward that we're flooding without having drawn a, Or flooding, but we haven't drawn any, oh, you know what? I should have held this because of Colligan's Command. Should have held this because of Colligan's Command. We're gonna get Colligan's Command shock discarded here, and I'm gonna feel really dumb. That's exactly what's about to happen. I'm still gonna get to counter their Thoughtseize because of this Faerie Conclave, but, like, I could have not discarded one of these Rude Halos. Are we just terminating this? That would be great. We're holding the next land. Alright, that's fine. Dealer's Choice basically 3 removal spells in my hand. I mean, like, they had 7 cards in their hand there, so, like, the chances of them having 2 things there is, like, kind of reasonable, but I think we're still supposed to go for that. We're not gonna get that much better of a spot. I think that's fine. Sometimes you just gotta, like, ask the question, like, does my opponent have it? And occasionally they answer, yes. Yes, I do. Should I just be playing this out on Death Shadow? I feel like I should just be playing it on Death Shadow. No, I don't think that's true. Dark Confidant's kind of a combo with Death Shadow. Like, lowers your life total. Sure. Tireless Tracker. Yeah! There's Death Shadows in their deck! Alright. You can get Abrupt Decay next turn and die. You can get Abrupt Decay next turn and die. Man, that Spell Queller is like 1 card too late. Oh, Spell Queller. I don't think I want to change anything. I think this is fine. And now I'm just going to play these Halos out preemptively on Death Shadow. Like, I should have just played them out. I should have just assumed that's what they were doing and played them both out. And then, like, the second discard spell wouldn't have done anything. We would have just had 2 of these, and they would have had to draw 2 Abrupt Decays. No, I don't think I want that many. I don't think I want that many Rest in Peace. Like, drawing the second Rest in Peace is pretty miserable. No, not really. Magic Online has challenge events every weekend, and Hex does cash tournaments every weekend as well. So, like, to get my competitive stuff in, I've just been playing on the computer. It's a giant money pit, just like traveling to competitive events. These, TCGs are like high enough variance that like expecting to do well consistently at paper events is unrealistic, and like if you're not spiking one every once in a while, you're just like not gonna have a good time. Hey, we're 2-0 right now, Klutzy Poo. I did play the Legacy Challenge. I went 4-3, messed up my last round. I definitely want 2 lands. Let's top. Seems decent. See if they take Sprite or removal spell here. This card's really funny in this matchup. We did lose the second game. We flooded out a little bit, and then they had an Abrupt Decay for our Rune Tail and killed us with 2 Death Shadows. Yeah, I think I'm okay with both of these, right? It means we're going to miss a land drop here, but I think that's fine. Dark Confidant, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and path this, and then we'll play Rest in Peace next turn. I guess the fetch land leaves us the option to shuffle away the Verdict. Yeah, maybe we don't want the Verdict, we just want to hit lands and threats. How do I feel Amulet Titan is at the moment? I mean, you know, it's like a tier 6 deck. It's probably fine. No, we played it a little bit. It's doing powerful things, it's just like not super consistent. And like the problem is that like its lack of consistency is no longer made up for the fact that you get to turn 2 Summer Bloom people anymore. So like you don't have your most explosive draws either, which kind of sucks. Yeah, sure, you have a Death Shadow. Do you know how this card works? They must have another discard spell, right? So I'm gonna draw this Verdict, because this feels like they have another discard spell. I'm going to play this now on the off chance they only have 1 discard spell. They don't have a discard spell. I guess this is kind of a discard spell. I'm going to take their Culligan's Command away. So they have Goyf Terminate. Alright, that's a good hit. Oh, I guess they have Terminate, so I can't even counter a discard spell with that. Top. Mutavault's a good hit here because it means I can counter a discard spell through a Terminate. Am I just supposed to de-sphere these? I feel like I am. They might terminate their thing in response to not lose the other one. Yes, I would like to use Detention Sphere's ability. Thank you for asking. Now we have Condemn for Terminate, right? Alright, hopefully we can draw some threats this game. We know the top card of our deck is a path right now. Okay. I mean, I can't cast some of my spells. I can't cast some of my spells right now. This is a great example of like why, like, my deck's kind of resistant to Blood Moon, but like if you're not thinking about it, like my opponent's 3-color deck boarded in Blood Moon against us, and like we might lose to it. I guess we have how many islands in our deck? Tireless Tracker, sure. Sure. Yeah, like, I mean, it is what it is. I got a Blood Moon. I got a Blood Moon against our 2-color deck, and we can't cast our spells. There's two basics in their deck. There are 6 basics in ours. Alright, I mean, how many times did I fetch this game? I guess we should have fetched around that. I actually only had 2 fetches. Okay, I'm gonna fetch around it a little bit, I guess. Huh. I'm just gonna play this out to start attacking them. Deal. Do you know how Spellstutter Sprite works? Clearly you don't. Counter your thing. Turns out, 0 still counters a 0-mana spell. Weird. Weird. Strange. Dismember? I think I'm supposed to take the Terminate out of their hand. Because, like, it can kill Restoration Angel. I'm gonna take the Terminate out of their hand. I feel like they have enough bricks in their deck at this point, so they have Goyf Push. Click them into the best card in their deck. Ooh, one good top deck deserves another. I'm gonna hold this because of Leggins command. Backup Blood Moon, deal. You've seen I have Detention Sphere in my deck as a way to get rid of that, but we're gonna play the second one out anyways. Sure. The Friday Hex video was just me being a salty little monster, so no. It wasn't, it isn't worth watching. We're gonna say that's the TLDR. That's why I didn't upload it. The deck was really bad and I tilted, so you don't need to see that. In the event they didn't draw another Terminate, this Restoration Angel can maybe go the distance. If only we had Spreading Seas, right? Actually, if we, like, could you imagine if we'd have just left the Spreading Seas in our deck? We just, like, spread them off of these two and they just wouldn't play Magic anymore? It's like, good lord. Gosh, I feel so stupid. I feel so, that takes a turn off your clock, so thank you, I guess. Play one of these out. In case we draw Detention Sphere, I guess. You know, they know they're there, so holding multiple lands doesn't do much. We are playing just Kai Fairies, exactly. So you understand. Did you draw Terminate? Did you draw Terminate? Did you draw Terminate? Should have said it in Lightning Bolt, right? Where are all my bolts? We're just got control. I got all this red mana. Nope, we're gonna play Hex after this league. Yep, there's your Goyf. Resolves. Really? You drew Terminate? Oh, God bless. Look at that. Look at that. The 3-0 goodness. The 3-0 goodness. Golly. Good golly. Spellstutter, the queen of the friendly league. Spellstutter, Spellstutter. We have acquired an entire treasure chest. The masterpieces are awful, and when I picked this up, I didn't realize I was getting masterpieces. Bale's repulsed by Blood Moon's Fatal Pusher Angel, right? Yes, that seems great. Where's your nimble up? Oh, you know, the last time I built this deck, that card didn't exist. Maybe we should try a couple of those. That sounds hot. Please, dear Watsy, please ban Spellstutter Sprite. Please ban. Too good, too strong, too strong. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Vendilion Clique now, because I would like to take a Collected Company out of their hand if they have it. Oh, is this Steven's deck list from the weekend? Probably, right? No idea. Not really working on Standard. I don't have any standard tournaments coming up, and based on people that I've talked to, people don't want to watch... People don't want to watch standard on stream, so I'm not really going to worry about it if I don't have events to play. Spell Queller, sign me up. Hopefully we'll just be able to tempo them in the air here. Having 6 basics in our deck's probably pretty good if they're going to try and Ghost Quarter us out. Path to Exile, sure. I don't really care about that, I don't think. A Sedolution? I think we want to path them this turn to take this path off the top of their deck. I think I'm going to path their Courser here. And then I can quell the next Courser. Did my opponent not search for a land? Their deck, like, definitely has more basics in this in it, right? So, like, they drew the path. I'm just double checking that they drew the path. If only the interface was reasonable and told me what they did. Deal. I like the part where he just keeps not attacking into my condemns. You think they're watching the stream? Like, just like even money they're watching the stream? Almost certainly ghosting. You like how we talk about them not attacking because they're ghosting and then they attack immediately? Spooky! You're not coming in here. Play points were actually a good thing for Magic Online. They fixed a lot of the economy problems that the game had. can't tell if you're a troll or stupid, but either way, you can have a timeout. I'm gonna go Detention Sphere, this Excavator. People are just so used to, like, getting to show up to whatever Twitch channel they want and just, like, getting to spew in chat without any repercussions for their actions. It's just like, man, someone needs to teach the children that your actions have consequences. No, I'm talking about the person that I timed out, not you. Take 3 here. I don't think we can race the Scavenging Township. Declan Scott. It's tough being 2. Let me tell you what. Condemn this. This card's so much worse than Lightning Bolt. It, like, gives my opponent's life instead of helping me kill them.
Dad!
What's wrong?
Do it on.
That's not for you.
Do it on. Do it on.
Those are actually pretty good hits, right? Do I want another Sprinting? I don't think I do. I think I'll take a Restoration Angel. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the Spell Queller to see what we got going on. They try and path this. I think I'm going to wait a turn on... I mean, we need a land, but like these spells are good. It's upset Brainstorm's still legal in Legacy. I mean, aren't we all? Aren't we all upset that Brainstorm's still legal in Legacy?
Yeah.
Google it, dude. Google it. Look it up. Look up the issues that were happening in Magic Online before Playpoint's. He drew Collected Company? Yeah, of course. Maybe I'm supposed to leave Negate up here. It's like companies like the one card that can get him back in this game. I can see that being a thing. You have choices too, that's bad. Yeah, I probably should have. Well, they can activate Township too. Yeah, we're probably dead here. They have Path Company here. I probably should have just left up these two. Or these two, more specifically. Yeah, just go ahead and concede. Flashfreeze seems great. Counter target thing. Negate seems a little bit medium. Disenchant seems fine. Kills Courser. Spreading Seeds seems a little mediocre. Verdict seems fine. It's my favorite music. I generally listen to, like, bad pop punk type music. It's probably okay. I don't think I'm going to be streaming much Standard until rotation happens. Talking to people and, like, looking at the results of, like, YouTube views and stuff like that, people aren't really interested in Standard content in Magic. They'd much rather watch Modern and Legacy. I did not bring in Rest in Peace. I think my Snapcaster Mages are better than his, like, couple of Excavators and, like, 1 or 2 Eternal Witnesses. Yeah, we have 6 basic lands. It takes them a while to Ghost Quarter us out of the game. This game is like Hex if Hex was created in 1993 and never updated. Kinda shuts off his night. That's gross. You know what? I should have just played this out, right? Yeah, I should have cast this in response and just started attacking. That was a mistake on my part. I'm going to play this. I'm going to click myself. Most of their cards are probably pretty redundant. So I'm going to put this Spellstutter on the bottom of my deck now since I kept it. I think I want to keep this extra click in case they kill this first, and we just want to try and race them in the air. This matchup seems pretty bad for us. They've got 4 voiceover surgeons, like we only have 4 paths for our removal spells. This is a good chance for me to do a little rant here. So Omori Katsu says, my friend is playing this deck, except they're playing an As Foretold balance package over Spreading Seas. So if they're playing As Foretold and that, they're playing a different deck. People often in Magic and TCGs in general, is that you're playing the same colors that they're in, and they go, oh, I'm playing a blue-white deck too. I'm 12 or 15 or 20 cards different, but we're playing the same deck because they're the same colors, and they're like kind of close to the same archetype. And just like, that's not how you measure which decks are similar in TCGs. Like, once you change 6 cards in a main deck, your deck is 10%, 10% different than another deck. So, like, it's not anywhere near the same just because the colors are the same. It's not how it works. We're pretty dead here. I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to the last batch of this league. As someone who would like to build a modern deck, what do you think are some competitive options that aren't over $700? I am blissfully ignorant. I couldn't tell you how much Magic cards cost, so I'm not the type of person to ask what decks cost. I have no idea. I don't own Magic cards. I don't buy Magic cards. When I want to play, I borrow decks or I rent them from Spare Deck. So actually just blissfully ignorant of how much cards cost in any way, shape, or form. So really not the person to ask a how much does this cost question to. No, I don't. Sold it. Sold it last week, actually. Actually, literally sold it last week. I owned most of Kiki Cord, and then I literally buy listed it last week. If Dredge is $650, Dredge is great. Dredge is a very good deck. If it's in your price range, I would 10 out of 10 recommend Dredge. Dredge is everything you want to be doing in Modern. You get to ignore your opponent and hope they don't draw their sideboard cards. Hey, Smugface with the 2-month resubscription. Thank you for re-upping the Twitch Prime. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Smells like I might need to change a diaper. Oh, you know what? I should have played this fetch line because there's a non-zero chance my opponent's playing the stupid Hate Bears deck, and they're gonna have Leon and Arbiter in their deck, so I should have played this and fetch with it. Not punished, God bless. I think I'm supposed to shock myself because I could draw Cryptic Command. I need double white. But I want to be able to draw Cryptic Command here, I think. Or play Cryptic Command if I draw it. Sprite's a good draw. Yep. I could get pathed here and feel bad. If we don't get pathed, we're like a soft lock to win this game. If we get pathed here, we're going to feel real bad, though. This is the story about how they always have it. Yep. Strong favorite to lose now. 2 paths, Restoration Angel, Merrick's. Well, we can't beat the Resto Angel, so let's get rid of that. Can't beat any of these cards. I guess I could technically beat the path because I have the Spellstutter Sprite. I would have waited on this if I had another land in my hand, but the problem was that, like, I didn't have another land in my hand, so, like, there's no guarantee I was going to be able to play this the following turn, and, like, I'm losing the race on board anyway, so I think making them have it is correct there. I'll be right back. I need to run and change a diaper. False alarm. Alright, probably obligated to path one of these dorks. That's really annoying. Kills our Mutavault. And it does that. I'd rather condemn this one because they gain less life. I think I'm going to wait on that. I think I want to be able to animate Mutavault to block these. Condemn plus play Spellstutter Sprite next turn. Like, maybe we win this race by doing that. Maybe. They have a path that we know about. Do I care about that? Yeah, I think I do. And they try and path me in response here. I can activate Mutavault. Bottom, top. Yeah. We might scrape this one out. Might scrape it out. Get a clue, opponent. Get a clue. They're dead in 3 up here. I just conceded the second game. The matchup seems really bad. It seemed like they were ghosting too, but the matchup also seemed pretty terrible. Yep. Get a plains. Shuffling away the Snapcaster Mage kind of sucks, but I think it's right to get the land there. We're kind of mana hungry. I think we're just supposed to de-sphere the Slicers and be aggressive here. Because, like, if I get rid of these, I can fire up this Mutavault and attack. It's like, puts them to 7. It's a good draw. Trying to dodge Restoration Angel here, basically. I kind of wanted to fetch too. I think getting rid of the snap was fine for a land. I mean, like, their deck has no card selection in it and plays, like, what, 30 mana sources? 26 mana sources? Counting Aether Vial as a mana source, obviously. Alright, we can counter a 3-drop next turn, so go. And we have a Resto on top, so looks like we're going to get out of this one even though they had the path. They should just be dead here. I can Sprite and then Resto Sprite. Spreading Seas is mediocre, Verdict's fine, and Disenchant's fine, Blessed Alliance is fine. I actually like Stony Silence in this matchup. It turns off their Aether Vials, and it turns off their clues. Maybe just one of those is fine. And it gets a little mediocre. Let's do this. Yeah, it's basically a tempo deck. I like this. Drawing the second Stony kind of sucks, but like turning off their cantrips is good too. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I can see maybe a Runed Halo being okay. The problem with Runed Halo is I can't name Golem. Maybe Disenchant and the Stonies is too much. Well, this kills a Golem, so yeah, I'm just gonna submit like this. See how it goes. That's fine. I'm gonna fetch a basic island on 1 and cast Serum Visions. Again, want to get our fetches out of the way early so we can play around Leonin Arbiter to the best of our ability. Spell Queller, Mutavault, Hallowed Fountain. 10 out of 10 want the Mutavault. I think I'll take the Hallowed Fountain too. Nah, 4 lands is probably plenty. I've got another Serum Visions here too, so we'll take the spell land and bottom the other one. Sure. Speaking of, they're going to be able to cut me off a blue with this, so maybe I want this Colonnade. Nah, let's just take this. Put this into play tapped, pass the turn. I've Runed Halo been for you. I always want to try out my white sideboards, but never. Runed Halo is great. I like Runed Halo a lot. Hopefully they don't have Leonin Arbiter here. If they do, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble because we don't have a removal spell for it, and they're going to get to strip mine us with this Ghost Quarter. Just a Blade Displacer deal. Play this out and pass. Hold Spell Queller up. Next turn, we'll want to Serum Visions with this land, so they can't tech edge us off of the untapped land. An untapped colored source, I should say. Could have a path here. And like even if they path this, it like gives us a land, and then we could just like de-sphere these golems. Yep, deal. I think this is fine. We're taking a pretty big hit this turn. We're taking 6. They're gonna have 4 power left over. I only have 1 card left though. I guess they have 2 draws here on the table. Queller's not bad. I think I'm just looking for more removal here. I don't think I'm interested in a click at this point in my life. Take out their golems here. What is wrong? You want why? Can you show me? We have drawn a lot of our basics this game, so like we are getting in danger of them Ghost Quartering us and like not having things to get. Yep. Alright, that's another Sprite. So the goal here is to stabilize the board. Probably want to start by Snapcastering Serum Visions here. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to do this using my non-basics, so that way they can't tech edge us off of them. This does mean we can't Sprite something, but honestly, the value on the Sprites is getting a little bit bad at this point. I'm going to bottom this. I'm just going to bottom both of these. We're looking for like verdicts and removal spells at this point, I think. The Sprites are not great at this point in the game by any means. Turn off auto yield just in case they have a path for this. We can Sprite a path. Yep. Yeah, path was a good pickup, for sure. Maybe I'm supposed to have left this up to like make them have to use that, but it seems a little loose. $10 out of 10 treating this with something here. Down to 3. So they have another 1-drop in their hand? Because otherwise, why would you play that instead of using the vial? That's weird. Oh, they just wanted me to tap out? And path this in response. They could have wanted me to tap out. Cryptic's a real good draw. Cryptic is a pretty decent draw. Yeah, I think they just wanted me to spend my mana. Which one do you want, Jake? Do I want to just Cryptic tap draw here? I think I do. I think I just want... Because they could tech edge me off this blue source here. Yep. If we hit our verdicts at some point here, we'll be in a good spot. Then another resto? Sure. Bounce the Detention Sphere, because I didn't think about that. Good line. Good line. Thank you for pointing that out. Bouncing the Detention Sphere, this was on Golems earlier, so we would have been able to de-sphere up these Angels and then not quite be dead, but still mostly be dead, right? Well, they wouldn't have played another Restoration Angel if we bounced the D-Sphere, right? It's like 0 out of 10 to happen. Yeah, I think I like how he boarded. Fix a bit. I'm gonna keep this. It's got a bunch of removal in it. It's a little bit land light. We've got a couple of looks. I agree with you. That's why I said it was the correct play. I said, yes, that's better. And then I just said, no, this other thing that you're talking about happening wouldn't have happened because of this. Oh, please give me a land. Ding. Bottom. Top, man. If they kept a colorless land draw with this Aether Vial, assuming the Vial was going to be good. They have a Plains. Rude. Rude. The fact that Runed Halo can't turn their golems off, I think, is bad. We also don't want to Runed Halo, we don't want to Runed Halo naming Restoration Angel, because then we still have to kill the Restoration Angels to be able to attack them. So, like, if we can't Runed Halo golems and we don't want to Runed Halo Restoration Angels, like, there's not a whole lot to get. Alright, don't Leon and Arbiter me. My team went 4-2. Sweet, not getting Leon and Arbiter. Alright, well, we're going to play this. And we're going to ask them to be very quiet. They do get to crack their clue in response here, which kind of sucks. So we didn't axe their clue because they didn't spend 2 mana. Leonin Arbiter is probably up for the would be up for the award of the worst templated card in Magic history if there was such an award. If they want to spend their mana this turn killing my Mutavault, I am okay with that. Like, without these Aether Vials to cheat on mana for them, like, their lands are real resources for them. Yep, so this is fine. I'm gonna grab an extra island here. So that way they can't tech edge me off of blue for Cryptic Command. Yeah. It's like, they just put themselves down a land to leave us the same amount of lands. So I think that's fine. Huh, do I want to snap the Serum Visions? I almost feel like I do. No, I probably want to Spell Queller something this turn, right? Snap, Serum Vision, Spell Queller. Snap, Serum Vision, Spell Queller. I'm definitely pathing the Mirian Crusader regardless. Yeah, I think I'm going to snap Visions here. Get a little bit of velocity going. There's another land, Spellstutter, and Path. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to top with these, right? Oh, this lets them resto this. That's awkward. Alright, yeah, I think I just have to take this hit now. Alright, now I'm just passing, because now we can Queller or resto if they go to do it on this. So, like, the thing about Double Tech Edge is that we're going to be ahead on board here. So, like, if they want to trade 2 lands for 2 lands, I think we're okay with that. I think we're okay with that. Pathing this now means they can path my Spell Queller, but again, if they path my Spell Queller, that means I'm getting a land back too, so I think I'm fine with that. Xdowzo with the 2-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I appreciate it. You can read my name as Shadows. Okay. And we can resto our Snapcaster. And we don't care if they do that because we have a Stony Silence. We could resto. Oh, they just chose not to blink it. Sure. They're going to get an attack in. I have another resto. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is fine. So, we'll do this. I'll play this Restoration Angel. Link my Snapcaster Mage. Target this path to Exile. Path that dork. Say go. Sunlance, sure. Don't have a path, too. Don't have your last card be another path. Sure. You've Tech Edge B. Blessed Alliance is decent. I guess I'm just passing the turn here. Sunland seems really bad against me. It's not an instant, so, like, it kills Snapcaster Mages and Spellstutter Sprites. It seems pretty mediocre. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to wait on this Cryptic Command. We'll draw another blue source at some point here. Yeah, that's fine. opportunity. Unless we need the vault for a Spellstutter Sprite, we really don't care about that Ghost Quarter. Not in Standard, Tom, if that's what you're talking about. People aren't really interested in Magic Standard format, so I'm not really planning on working on it anymore. All of my polling data says Magic Standard format is about as popular as Hex Limited. Ain't nobody coming here for the Limited or the Magic Standard. Huh. Do I want to force the Ghost Quarter issue here? So I could Sprite this and activate Mutavault and get him to Ghost Quarter the Mutavault. Oh, and then I can Sprite it again. Yeah, that's good. All right, so we're going to animate this with itself, and then we're going to play Spellstutter Sprite. And then the trigger will target the Leonin Arbiter. And then if they Ghost Quarter me, so my trigger doesn't counter the Leonin Arbiter, I'll get an untapped land, and I can play this other Spellstutter Sprite. Oh, I could just activate Conclave, too. Oh, yeah, that's better, right? Yeah, then I get to hold a Spellstutter Sprite for a path down the line. I would love to use this ability. I'm going to go ahead and grab... I'm actually going to grab an extra island here, so that way I can guaranteed cast this Cryptic Command, even if he draws a Tech Edge. I feel like we're the favorite as this game goes long. Clique's a good one. Am I getting rid of this Blessed Alliance out of my hand? I feel like I am. I feel like this Blessed Alliance isn't doing a whole lot. Yeah, Stony Silence is great in this matchup, I think. I think bringing in 2 is the appropriate number. I'm actually just going to check them here, so that way I could know that this other Sprite's going to be good. And we almost have enough flying power with these Cryptic Commands. They're going to punch the clock and go to work. Yeah, actually, I don't think I care about that. I think that's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we're gonna hit them for 10 this turn, and then we'll tap their team and draw a card again next turn. And then this Faerie Conclave will be lethal next turn. Cryptic Command's a great Magic card. Did you know that? Yay! Treasure chest! Isn't it nice when we play a steaming pile and we don't spew? Isn't it nice? Look at that. Look at that good slick 4-1. Good slick 4-1. Treasure! Cryptic Command. What a powerful Magic card. And Spellstutter Sprite, not a powerful Magic card, but I've got one that's framed and it looks really nice because it's my favorite Magic card of all time. It's my favorite Magic card of all time, so you know. We do that on occasion.